These stunts you're about to see are dangerous. They were done by trained professionals in secure environments. Don't attempt any of these stunts any place, anywhere, or at any time. Welcome to Iron Extreme, the show that gives you a look into extreme lifestyles. Hang on to your seats and prepare to go for the ride of a lifetime. Iron Extreme is an exciting new show full of action-packed, edge-of-your-seat excitement from start to finish. And it's hosted by Jim Duffner. Iron Extreme is a show that has people spinning their wheels and doing backflips to watch. Welcome to Iron Extreme. My name's Jim Duffner and I'm going to be your host for the next 30 minutes. Iron Extreme is an exciting new show that takes you behind the scenes, up close and personal, into the lifestyles of the extreme. Today we've got an exciting show for you. We're going to see if we can't hook up with former two-time national motocross champion Mckay Diamond, who set a new record this year at Pikes Peak. He beat the old record by 10 seconds. Whether he's racing motocross or supermoto, he's always one of the smoothest and one of the fastest guys on the track. And rumor has it he may run a couple national motocrosses coming up. But first, we're going to hook up with Hollywood stuntman to the stars, Cole Mckay, who has flipped, jumped, crashed, or blown up almost any kind of vehicle there is. Before it gets to this, you have a lot of rehearsals to get the timing down. And then there's a lot of hurry up and wait. You have to make sure that you shoot the right angles. Then you rehearse some more. And some more. Then the set's hot and it's time to go. If the stunt wasn't done quite right, you make sure that everybody's okay, you clean up your mess, and you get ready to do it again. You discuss the stunt some more, and whatever else you want to talk about, and then you go out and do it right. And then it's a wrap. For those of you who didn't see our other show on Cole, we'll introduce him to you now.
Hi, my name is Cole Mckay, and I'm a stunt coordinator and a stuntman, second unit director, and a director out here in Hollywood, California.
And action. When you first got to Hollywood, was it hard for you to get work?
It was crazy because I came from Arizona and came to California as doing all westerns, and all the cowboys over here goes, "We don't know this kid, he's not a cowboy." So I said, "Well, but I can drive." And then all the car guys are going, "Well, you can't drive, you're a cowboy." So I had a friend of mine we started doing smaller shows, lower budget shows, doing a lot of driving onto it, and had the opportunity to start to build my resume as a car guy. Turnovers and, T-bones and pipe ramps and jumps. And as you can see, I'm a little scruffy. I never play the good guy. It's always the bad guy. I'm getting ready to appear on Reno 911 as a white trash thug, getting beat up as usual. And I'm going to do a car jump on that. And, now I'm 2 weeks away before the car jump. Preparing the ramps, looking at the location, talking to the stunt coordinator, figuring out where the actors are going to stand, making sure that I'm going to give the director the right look that he's looking for, making sure the actors are going to be safe. You have to prepare for it mentally, physically. You have to be there the day. You have to have the cameras set. You have to hit the car at the right, hit the jump ramp at the right speed. And then it's going to hurt. I did say it's going to hurt, didn't I? So there's a lot that goes into the preparation other than just, the day of the stuntman just putting on flip-flops and a pair of tennis shoes and strapping yourself in and jumping. It doesn't happen anymore. It's pretty unique.
Today we're hooking up with Cole on the set of Reno 911 as he prepares to do a car jump.
So anyway, let me take you show here and show you the hero car. You can see here's our hero car here.
Get a good shot of this thing.
And then if you think you're seeing double, Jim's going to pan over there. And that's the one we crashed.
It looks identical to me.
As you can see, this is our hero car. This is the one that runs, everything's good, they'll save that. More than likely it's a renter. I don't know who owns it, but I don't think they're gonna want it back. And then over there we got our crasher car. And that's the one we're gonna jump and slam and break in half. About 15, 20 minutes we're gonna start to set up this jump ramp and get ready to jump this car. We're trying to let the wind settle down a little bit. We have a full closure of the road. That'll be at 1 o'clock, so then we'll get started after that. So Jim, what I'll do is I'll take you around, show you some other stuff here. We, as you just seen, we came out of the special effects truck. We're here in front of the sound gear and stuff. We showed you the cars, the double cars and things like that. And we'll peek around and see what they're doing over here. I think they're putting a fuel cell in the car right now, so when they jump, the car doesn't explode. It's a solid canister. It's got sponge filled into it. When the first crash happened, you seen it hit. And then the car wouldn't start. What happened, it has a ball into it, a petcock ball, so it falls shut, so no fuel can come out of the safety tank. So that's what they're working on now, trying to get that going.
Cole Mckay is the stuntman to the stars, and today we're lucky enough to be with him on the set of Reno 911 as he prepares to do a big car jump.
What we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take 2 jacks and level up the car. Try to get it so it's like a pendulum, just a setting level. And then it'll be nose heavy because this is a Trans Am and it's a lot heavier in the front. What we'll do is we'll go ahead and put sandbags back in the back of it to kind of level it off. The more sandbags you have, the more rear end will land first. So we're going to lay the sandbags in here. We go ahead and ratchet strap them down. Make sure it doesn't hit the fuel cell over here, and just balance it so it flies pretty.
Now let's find out what Steve Hart, the stunt coordinator for Reno 911, has to say about Cole.
He'll do anything for you. He's pulled me out of situations where I've done stunts and I've been in places, and he's one of those guys that you can always go to, because if I'm in a spot where I need to be making sure that I'm getting out alive, Cole's the guy I'm going to call. And he and I act the same way. If he's in some place and he knows that he's got to be gotten out of a car or turnover or on fire, he'll call me too, because we trust each other that much. So Cole's one of the best that there is. A lot of different things, but he's one of the best wheelmen there are.
How'd you and Cole meet?
Cole and I met playing baseball, or actually softball, at Stuntman's League about maybe 20 years ago. And we just heard about each other, and we kind of became friends playing ball next to each other. And then I started working for him, and he started working for me, and our families got kind of close. That's it.
You know, when I first started this, I was really 6'3". And then all the car jumps into turnovers, and I'm now 5 foot. Anyway.
Cole has done stunts in over 300 films, plus a lot of TV.
Bingo! So.
Now that the car's ready, it's time to set up the ramp. Cole's driving the car up on the ramp to make sure that everything's lined up right. Once it's all lined up, now it's time to bolt it down so that it doesn't move when Cole hits it at speed. When Cole hits the ramp, all he's gonna see is blue sky. Cole's wife and son came out to watch the gag. So who do we have here?
This is Cameron. This is our ball player. He's not going to be a stuntman. He's going to grow up and be a ball player, or at least something other than hitting the ground like us, huh, Rick?
He's gonna be smart.
Yeah, that's it. Instead of whacking.
All right.
Maybe be a linebacker. How about that, Jim?
Stick to baseball. Are you gonna be a stuntman or baseball player?
Baseball player.
Good. Do you get nervous when he does stunts?
Not really. It's pretty cool though. I can see him fly through the air.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. If you go over the side, you got your grab strap
I
ready?
got my grab strap.
You're ready?
Yeah, I'm going right though. If I go over to the top, I'm going to the grab strap. So. You know it's going to hurt. I did say it's going to hurt, didn't I? Yeah, I think I did. Another day in the hood, huh?
Yeah. What? 120. He said 50.
Cole said 50.
Well, whatever, you know. You know, at 120 feet, I must have been 40 feet in the air.
Oh, did you have it?
Yeah, you want to see it? It's okay. Not bad at all.
You know,
Cool, how far?
120
That was
feet.
120 easy.
120 feet, you know.
And about 40 up in the air.
Yeah, it was pretty high. It was like I had a long time to watch that ground coming
Yeah.
up, knowing it was going to be.
I thought it was going to
an
go
out.
over.
You know, it was like ouch, 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 ouch. I did say it's going to hurt, didn't I? Yeah, I think I did. You know, Jim, when you bend the front end up like this, it's a lot easier to change the oil onto them, you know. So, so I guess maybe we won't be driving this one again.
Not for a while anyway. Jeez.
Well, there's another one. Yeah, I actually in midair, you know, when I was starting to float, you know, it had kicked the rear end up so high, and I was coming in nose first. I went ahead and reached over for the grab strap because I thought we'd stiff it, you know, and a lot of times you'll bang them and they'll nose up, and then drop down, but you're always taking a chance because it's a downhill landing of nosing it and come on over top. If that would have happened, I had already had my hand in the grab strap here, so I'd have pulled myself across the seat and then left the roof crushed down, and would have been okay.
That's what the grab strap is.
The grab strap is so in case something happens, I come down this hill or I you know, nose it up, then I just reach over and grab the grab strap, pull myself down, lay across the seat, you know. A lot of times that's why you take your back hurts so bad, because you're not really seat belted in. You know, I don't have a roll cage and you know, hanging harness, so you know, you just take it pretty hard on your back. Usually stunt guys would go through hips and backs, and you know, and even grabbing the grab strap, pulling yourself over, you're actually leaning all the way across the seat, and it takes pretty good jolt on your back, because your back's not meant to go that way, because your hips are locked in. So, but your head's okay. Everything else can heal.
What day is it, Cole?
I didn't take a nap. I swear to God, I didn't take a nap. Just what is it? I think I have the day off tomorrow. What's it called? Jacuzzi, and then maybe I'll take a jacuzzi. I'm Cole Mckay. I'll see you at the movies. Don't let me drive your car.
Now it's time for an iNews update. On 17-year-old racing dynamo Nicole Cheza. In last year's Rookie of the Year, Jarrett Meads.
I'm Nicole Cheza, and I've been training real hard this winter. You know, we've been doing a lot of ice riding.
Right after Christmas, I went up to Michigan with Nicole Cheza and hung out there from January 1st all the way until Daytona, and you know, rode a ton of ice and went to the gym a lot, and
In the gym all the time, lifting and running and just trying to keep in good shape, try to eat good.
you know, really watched what I ate, and you know, really took focus on my program this year. You know, we definitely we rode ice as much as we could. You know, when it snowed, it was tough to get out there, and some warm days it was tough to get out there because it was really watered down. But for the most part, we had a lot of fun, and every weekend we did something different. Every weekend we went to Wisconsin one time, the Eagle River, and had a good time up there. And we went to the IMA, which is an indoor ice race on 254 strokes, and that was a lot of fun. It was just a big stuff fest. And then the weekend after that, we went to the Ice Race Nationals, and that was great. I won the 450 class, and it was such an awesome race out there, and had a lot of fun, like I said.
And getting ready for Daytona. We went off to Daytona, and on the way.
Well, on our way from Daytona, we stopped in Savannah, Georgia. It's a yearly thing, just a pre-race warm-up, I guess, for the National,
And everything started out pretty well down there. You know, I was getting good starts and not doing too bad. I went in my 750 heat race, and I got off to a second place start with right behind Joe Kopp. And I stayed there the whole race except for the last lap. And on the last lap coming out for the checkered flag, Logan Myers was under me and Corey McDermott was on top of me. And I was in the middle, and I think Logan came up and grabbed my handlebars and as Corey was coming down, and I crashed pretty good and broke my wrist.
But being the trooper that she is, Nicole stuck around and helped Jarrett out with the cast on her wrist. Jarrett was on fire down in Florida. He went 6 for 6, and it looked like he was going to have a clean sweep until his bike grenaded in the National.
being on the back row of Volusia is really tough. It's a one-line racetrack, as I said before, and made it all the way up through, picked the guys off, and won that race, and then came right back and won the 750 race. So we had a doubleheader, double winner right there. And came the next day. There's 3 of them we raced down there, 3 different days. Came the next day, which was actually the hot shoe during the day, Sunday, and another clean sweep, 1 or 2 again. Monday was off, we just took a break, went down Main Street, hung out, you know, and Tuesday came back around, and it was a Pro-Am National, I guess you can kind of say. Everybody was there, and did it again, another clean sweep, 6 races in a row, and you know, that was a big confidence booster for us and our team, and you know, it was a hell of a race down there, you know, and went to the National, actually went to the hot shoe short track, and it got rained out. Went to the National short track and was running second in my qualifier with a lap to go and dropped the valve, and that ended up our night. So we had some really, really good luck in the very beginning, but where it counted, we failed. You know, the bike failed on us, and you know, there's nothing we could do about that. You know, we went to Daytona, and I think it really paid off. As you can see, 6 wins in a row. We're just going to use that momentum every weekend. It's every weekend now from here on out. It's going to be racing. I'm going to be racing somewhere. And whether it's a national or a hot shoe or a local amateur race, I plan to race every weekend from here on out.
You
Now that was exciting. And believe me, I know exciting because I'm called Mr. Excitement. That's who I am. It's time to go to the eye in the sky. Let's go. Bzz. The good news is we caught up with Mickey. The bad news is we're out of time for this show, so we're going to have him on the next show. So until then, remember, Eye on Extreme is the show that keeps its eye on the extreme.
Johnny was a friend of mine. First seen him on Bill's wall. Always had time to listen. Always had time for a friend. Was a biker, loved to ride. On the 9 since how it died. You had so many friends. Well done it, will it be? It must be matter tonight. It must be